So welcome to my site, everybody. My name is Paul, and I make a lot of videos about the world transition and a lot of other subjects. And today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about possible shortages in our supply line. I made a video about the problem with dependence on electricity and all the stuff that is going on with ordering internationally and so on. And we have some serious problems coming up, and I try to bring people's attention to it because we may end up getting into a situation where something that you want to order will not be available because the supplies will run out. And that could cause some serious problems, especially if it's medical supplies. What we have going on right now, this is February 7th in 2024, and we have the Middle East thing going on, the problem there in the Suez Canal. But there's also a problem in the Panama Canal with the operation and the amount of water that they need and so on. So there's a lot of delays in the Panama Canal as well. Now, in case you don't know much about geography, if something comes from China, we get a lot of stuff from China, and it comes all the way across. If it can go through the Suez Canal and across the Atlantic Ocean to the eastern part of the United States, then it saves a whole lot of time. Otherwise, you got to go all the way down to the southern part of Africa, and it takes at least 2 weeks longer to do that. Now, on the other side of the ocean here, at the end of South America, or between South America and North America, we have the Panama Canal. Now, if there's a delay in the Panama Canal, that means there's another delay if they want to get to the west coast of the United States. They got to go all the way around the tip of South America and come up the other side and go to Los Angeles or something. Now, what will happen is you have shortages because a lot of times the big companies, like even Amazon, they have all these people involved in their company and suppliers and so on, and they don't keep like endless stock of products. For example, there might be certain thing like I ordered a welder recently, okay, and that's a really popular seller, and in particular one I bought and everything, and I noticed the price went up $60 the last few weeks. And it's made in China. It's a very handy product, but let's say, people really need something like that, and there could be a washing machine or a dryer or any air conditioner or something like that they need for their business or something, and there could be very serious delays. And when you think about something like contracting, people building buildings, and if it's one delayed product, that's one thing. Let's say the windows are delayed. Okay, you work on some other stuff. But if like the steel is delayed and the windows and every other thing is delayed, it can multiply into some serious problems. So I urge people to suggest is to look around, like it comes to medicines and things that you really need. A lot of medicines are not made in the United States. They may be patented here, but they're made somewhere else. If you need medicines, try to get stocked up on things that you need, okay? Things that because we felt at the beginning of COVID about 4 years ago that all of a sudden we ran out of toilet paper, and I realized, man, like the toilet paper sells out faster than the food. And the cat food was also gone. That was a problem. Now I noticed the cat food I buy for my cat is twice as expensive as it was 4 years ago. Twice as expensive. So what I'm urging people to do is make some consideration about these possible problems like black swan events and wars and things like that. And if there's things that you need for your household, whether it's tools or get your car repaired or a car part or get your new appliances and so on, get them now while the supply is out there. Because right now, February 7th, 2024, things are okay, but there's some serious issues developing, and it could get really bad because there are certain products like cat food or whatever, and I don't know where cat food comes from, but there are products out there that are made all over the world, and there's only so many warehouses in the country, and there's a lot of these Walmarts, and they stock all kinds of huge quantities of products, and if there is a shortage in the pipeline, it can cause some serious problems. Like again, I don't want to make this video too long, but consider the fact that we have turbulence going on, and it's probably going to get worse because it's worse now than it was 4 years ago. So do the math, you might say, and think about the very important things that you need, whether it's clothing or anything. Your kids are growing up, maybe they need something, buy ahead, buy do a little forethought about what you need And that applies to food, because there's certain kinds of food that we can buy, we can stock up, and it'll last in a cupboard for a really long time. And worst comes scenario, well, you got some food. See, same way with water. And I would buy some backup power supplies. That's going to be a really big order. If there's a big problem in the electrical system, like my last video I talked about it, well, guess where all the people are going to be going down to Home Depot and trying to find themselves a generator or some kind of solar output thing. So get it now. Get those things now, and I hope it'll help you. So thanks again for listening. I want to make these videos quite short so that people can listen to them and not be encumbered with a lot of boring details and story. But the main thing is the pipeline is under stress right now already, and there's a lot of other serious issues going on. There's things that could happen in the future that we don't know about. And just, be prudent, walk around your house, think about it, talk with your family, whatever. Say, maybe I need some things for my business, that, like, if the supply chain gets interrupted, that you have some backup and storage of some important things that you need. So thanks again for listening. I hope to see you in some of my other videos.